Live started. Okay. So, I hope that every one of you like. I hope that you like my last video. Uh, I'm, you know, it's it's my second video, and I'm trying to find the right sauce, like, because the style that I want to have for this channel is something which is funny. It's not like taking too much seriously, because and also I want to have this, like old school YouTube style with mostly memes and this kind of like of cringe, strange editing, and so I think that it was very fun actually to make this video, and I think that I will be very able to do better, I think, because something I figured out is that, for example, like I think I was like too much probably, how can I say, too much laughing in general. So I think that by the next video I will try to be more on top with, like the... Oh, by the way, I forgot to open the light. Here. Okay, now it's better. And so, and actually, like, I'm already writing the script for the next video. Which I think that you will like actually. It's kind of like a different topic than Tether, but it's still like on crypto, and so you will see. But I think that it's like fun to like doing a reaction about my last video. That we can also like, I can also like tell you like different things during the making, and also like different, like pronunciation or like stupid error like I did, that I figured out like later after publishing. So let's do it. Let's do it. So give me a moment that I'm searching for it. Your channel. Oh, here. For who don't know, what was the last video was about Tether. That it was pretty interesting to do this video, and like also the style that I wanted to put, because Tether, it's like the classic thing that everyone in the space, like everyone who is enough deep, know that it's very shady. Like at 360, it's a shady business who don't want to report any kind of audit, any kind of security to users, which is sustained because of the, unregulated checks system that uses as dollar. And so I think it's like probably, I don't know, because like we live in a period where a lot of people who are able to grow too quickly, too short, in a short period of time, it's very difficult that they go to jail for some reason. like especially like when things are international, it's becoming very very difficult for regulators to regulate them. But like everyone know that it's there's a lot of shady thing in Tether, and when it will happen, that regulator will be able to catch them. For sure, it will be remembered as the biggest fraud of all time. And actually, like it's pretty fun because, man, like they're mostly like, how much is the value of Tether now? So give me a moment. Okay, so let's go to see, like, for example, on give me a moment, on CoinMarketCap, which is the value of Tether now, which is the market cap of Tether. It's 87 billion, okay? And that's like crazy. It's a crazy amount of money. That's probably like, it's a crazy amount of money. And the problem of Tether, and why I wanted to try to make it, you know, like as much as possible, like easy to read, because also like why I'm doing this kind of videos about these topics, because there is a lot of videos about Tether, also like from a very cool creator like CoffeeZilla, also like on Twitter. I love the job of Bitfinexed, who is very active into try to educate people about what is happening. But my style that I had in these videos is more like trying to make these things easy, because all of these situations like Tether, also there is a lot to say too about Binance. The problem is that everything is very complicated, and they play with it. Like, I strongly believe that they play with complication. So the main deal is to make things enough complex. Oh, what's happened? Oh, okay, it's because of the price. No, because I see growing the number of Tether market cap, but it's because like it's going below and under zero very quickly. But the fact is that they play with these complex things, and also it's complex like the international system of compliance. And so simplify the situation in a funny way, like without enter too deep into, you know, the legal issues and so on, but just report, you know, the situation in this way. And obviously it's my second video, so I will make it better and better. It's very easy to popularize this to as much people as possible. Like, for example, one video from CoffeeZilla, I think he made 2 or 3 videos about Tether. They are very well made, they are amazing. There is a lot of information. Also, like Chico Crypto made a lot of videos with a lot of information. But both of them, I think, to popularize the problem and to help people to understand Tether before it's too late, and probably to don't host their wealth into Tether. I think that both of them, they have a different audience. Like CoffeeZilla, perfectly well made. It's incredible, like review of what is happening, and he is very great. But it's 40-minute video, and for most of the people who are not in the space, who, you know, it's very difficult to get it. Chico Crypto also, at the contrary, his video is 10 minutes, but he is not like providing you the full picture in his videos. He is providing you just the video theme, and so to having like the full picture, it's very difficult. And I mean, I'm trying with my channel of not just to fraud, but also to other topics, but to being like a comedian, like trying to, with editing means, try to make things very easy, very accessible, and especially like very funny, as much as possible to popularize these things, okay? Because we are in a period in crypto industry, but not just in crypto industry, because we have a lot of scammers pretty much everywhere, where internet frauds and so on, they are going too fast, and it's very difficult for our legal system to catch it, stop them before it's too late. Like FTX is one of the best example of this. And so I think that like doing this kind of content for, you know, like regular people, especially in complex things, I think that in some ways is important. And so I hope that obviously like I will improve in them. This was the second, but I think it's very important to make it quickly, fast, easy to read, and very, very popularized. So that's the style I try to have, and I hope that I will be able to create something that for different topics that people will be able to catch in 5, 6, 7 minutes and sharing as much as possible. And in the case of Tether, is to save like a lot of people's wealth, money. But from a lot of other things, like with different ending goals. But let's go to do the reaction about it. And by the way, another problem of Tether before to start is that you see the volume. If you take volume of Bitcoin and Ethereum combined, okay, it's only 3 out of 4 about the volume of Tether. And so I have to be clear, like in the crypto space, in this moment, I'm not bullish at all. And maybe tomorrow we can talk about, I strongly believe that right now is November 2023, if someone is bullish, it's a psychopath. That's my personal point of view, because there is nothing to be bullish. There is no any narrative. There is nothing to be bullish on in the market. There is Tether issue, Binance, and a lot of big things that it's not about the market will dump as Luna or FTX. It's about if Tether die, we don't know the organic price of our internet coins. And I don't want to create terrorism, but if Tether die, I mean, it's not impossible. Maybe I'm wrong, but it's not impossible that you will be able to buy Bitcoin for 5K, 8K, 3K, or this level, because we don't know the organic price of our internet coins without the price manipulation from, like, you know, how can I call it, the three force, Justice Sun, Binance, and Tether. We don't know, and so we will talk about it tomorrow. It's good argument for tomorrow. So let's go to the video. Okay. Oh, let me start by the beginning. Bigger than FTX. Okay, so basically I tried to make, you know, the classic intro, which is catchy, and I think that probably I was able to do like some more effect, but I think is enough on the point for this, I hope. Bigger than FTX, Madoff, Boesky, and Theranos combined. Here is the biggest. It's actually bigger than them combined. that's the problem. So like it's crazy. How is the excuse? Even if, in my opinion, they're just doing banking. There is nothing different from a bank. To them, the only difference is that instead of being the server, the money are into Ethereum, but it's banking. And so it's pretty fun because it's like they were able to play with this, and to the fact that, you know, crypto are international, so it's difficult to find, to become extremely big. I mean, they're literally more than this for big fraud combined. It's crazy that it's still possible in the, you know, like in our civilized
fraud of all time.
system.
And fun fact, it's still ongoing.
Because the job of Tether is, of course,
Yeah, I know, probably was too much, but I wanted to play with this, you know, effect. I think that it's like, when I did this montage, I think about, you know, like people coming and like with this I say, oh my God, this guy is crazy. The argument is interesting. Okay, I should continue watching the video. So like their faces, because like usually when people start with this argument, like, oh, that's a big fraud, I will tell you, or oh, this happened, and so on. Like usually is, you know, like after the video is okay with animation stuff, but it's pretty much normal video. And so I was thinking about the face that people can do when they start a video like this with this like intro and they find these effects. And yeah, I hope that people enjoyed it.
that, you know, we
don't have to beat the dollar.
So we have to beat the dollar.
Yeah, and I think that, like, I think that this sentence, by the way, is important. Like, I think that if you're doing something like Tether and you know, because they know what you're doing, and you are able to say a sentence like this, that will let you know.
is, of course,
Provide an insurance.
that,
Okay.
you know,
We don't have to beat
We don't have to beat the dollar,
the dollar.
which is already doesn't make any sense. We have to beat the dollar. So basically this means that they know what they're doing, and this means also that egocentric psychopaths mode, sorry, but is active in them. Let's go for it.
We have to beat the dollar.
I mean, I didn't know that this effect about, you know, like the classic press the space in the keyboard, it works so good at this. So I was very happy during the editing that like the effect, it's pretty much like looks like I'm stopping the video with a space bar, and it's pretty cool.
I'm BasedToschi, and welcome to Based Science.
Yeah, guys, I have to tell you that these kind of intros, they are like temporary. I'm working with different artists for the original intro. It's fun, like in general. And by the way, if you didn't figure it out, these kind of videos, like in the early days, I call it mad science because, you know, like I wanted to create this character about the mad scientist on the internet, but I figured out that based sound better, like also for the meaning of the word based in modern language. And so I saw that, yeah, let's just call it everything based. So this will be called like base live, base science, and other thing that will start with based.
It's a stablecoin. There is one coin.
It's a stablecoin. Yeah, I should totally improve my face during the recording. It's
Tether, they have what, 50 employees. They make $4 billion.
Actually, I didn't know this information about this earning thing because, like, I remember I was searching some videos to cut about Arduino, and I found these shorts from Bankless. I say, really? That information is real. So yeah, and so I figured out that this was perfect to put in this moment because it's provide you like also like how they are big in this specific moment.
Rough.
50 employees generate, did you say 4 billion a year?
Yeah, so I think Tether is the most profitable per employee business on the planet.
That you can go to send your dollar and receive Tether, and vice versa. You can send your USDT and receive.
Yeah, actually, like I figured out after recording that I didn't use perfect like intonation of voices and this kind of thing like in acting, because like usually I mean second video, so I should, you know, like step by step improving my 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 habitude to stay on camera in this way. And so like I tried to put some effect because it was, yeah, this was me actually. Yeah, you can send dollar, and so it's so but okay, it's the beginning. Next time I promise that I will not do like this.
Dollar. So that's how stablecoin works. So when you hear this,
Okay, we have Bitcoin. It's great.
Okay guys, remember one thing. So editing this video, it was terrible in some ways because I'm sorry, but I don't support in any way the presence of Arduino. Like I was also like in 2 or 3 events where there is Arduino here and there, and like only his presence for me is like the villain is here. You know, when for example in Dragon Ball or in different anime or things, like you feel the presence of the enemy, like something like this. And so like to cut and to find the sentence, because like to sentence about Arduino that usually like I found here and there on Twitter, like I watched it 4.5 hours of Arduino. Okay. It was one of the most terrible experience of my life. But let's go forward.
Now, can we use the same technology to put a dollar on a blockchain? It's a way to let normal people.
By the way, it's making me very anxious and angry. Like, Tether is banking. Like, it's a centralized authority who take your dollar and promise you that you can use this check, which is basically like Tether, to give your dollar back. So there is nothing about crypto decentralization, which is okay. Like, it's totally okay. Like, it's kind of a business. I love in crypto decentralized business and not decentralized businesses. Like, I think that they have 2 souls and they will be very, very important for adoption. So both applications like this and like that. But the thing that I hate is when an application is centralized and they're using all of the crypto, Bitcoin, Ethereum buzzword to look like they are cool and decentralized and a Web3. That's something that, please don't fuck with our brain. I mean, I love, for example, I use USDT like for most of my life, things. And like, for example, this is my personal point of view. I love both DAI and USDC. I think they are 2 good projects, 2 very incredible projects that they will shape our future in different ways. But for example, in terms of stablecoin, I prefer a company like Circle, who, you know, like it's not Tether, it's Circle, it's USDC, so it's you know, compliant and so on. But they provide me this security, and I prefer, because I think that, you know, like stable coins is dollar, and so having a company which give you this insurance, it's okay. But still, as Circle, who they never proclaim to be decentralized, as Tether, that's banking business. So that's why it's so important that Tether should be compliant. But and
keeping the most value of the wealth that they work really hard for.
it's banking. Saying
Exactly.
that Tether, it's in the crypto business, is like saying that 20th Century Fox movie, it's on PlayStation Store and you can watch in your PlayStation 5. And
actually, you didn't know that this metaphor that I put in the video, it was out from the script, and I was like drinking a water like after recording, and I said, oh fuck, it's a very good metaphor to add. And so like I tried to record it back and so on, but I think pretty much like get the point.
so it's in the game industry.
Because it's actually the same thing. Like you have a movie, you build a movie,
You let people watch this movie on PlayStation, and you are going out saying, "Oh yeah, I'm in the gaming industry." No, and the same like you do banking, and you do banking using no, like a crypto database, and you go and say, "Yeah, I'm crypto industry." No, you're banking. Don't fuck with my brain, please. Sounds weird?
You take an egg and
yeah,
you put
I
2
love this
kilogram
channel.
weight on the top. What do you think will happen? Let's check. It breaks.
This channel you should follow because it's fun as crazy, and sometimes like I waste entire hours like watching their videos because they are like a very cool teachers about science and chemistry, and they do like this experiment for like for children and so on, but they're so cool in how they make it. And so let's try to find out. It's a very fun channel, and I wanted to put in the video, and I think these things about eggs, it's pretty much perfect for this moment. The fact that Tether it's used on Ethereum and mostly on Tron, it doesn't mean that it's in the crypto industry, because it's banking industry. It's someone who creates dollar telling you that they have. It's like if you have a bank and you use, I don't know, like DynamoDB on AWS, and if you're a bank and you use, I don't know, a classic, for example, another kind of database, you run into different industry. Like, no. Enough dollar to pay you back. Banking. And it was months that I loaded this meme and I wanted to use somewhere. Finally, I used it. Trusting a company who is never provide a real credible audit.
Can we now expect, with you at the helm, for you to release a...
Actually, I don't know if you figured it out. Here there is like pretty much like an error, because I take this editing from the last video and I forgot to like move this center it. But you have some niche, like maybe someone can say, "Oh yeah, he's an artist, he do this decision about making this on the right."
full audit report?
Well, and it's not based in the US that, you know, if you host and create dollar United States. So why Tether is successful? It's simple, incredibly simple. Even with all of this problem, Tether was able to become the standard for dollars into centralized exchanges. It's because mostly of them, they are... When I found this meme, I thought that was perfect for this moment. Shady in some ways, they are incorporated in weird countries, and they don't have access to bank accounts, and so they started to code Tether as $1 in their platform. And so most of the volume in cryptocurrency is in... Yeah, because like, it's fun. That's a funny point that few people talk about. Because like, USDC, it's very, very like correlated to $1 because of arbitrage in redeems. But if you look at the money redeemed on Tether, there is no this amount of redeems that you can expect from a stablecoin. And fun fact is that Tether is, and if you look at any exchanges, especially like obviously, sorry, not any exchanges, like exchanges that are shady. All of the trading they have to do with USDT because fuck hell, they don't have access to bank accounts. It's only about this because they don't comply with anything, which before crypto it was impossible, because if you want to make an exchange, for example, you want to trade NASA stocks, you should be compliant. You can't by law make people trade the stocks in your platform. Now, you know, like crypto is international, and so these guys that don't comply, like they host your money. I mean, and like it's something that like someone should, you know, like talk more about this, like don't trust, trustless, and all this kind of shit. But these shady businesses, they use, like this kind of narrative about, because America, Fed, scam, and so on, to manipulate people to think that they are, like the people against the big powers. But no, they are just company who take your money. They don't comply because they should comply, not because America, fuck yeah, and because of this. They should comply for a security and insurance to your money. So if they don't comply, it's just a thing that can only hurt you, okay? Not them, and not America, or United States, or whatever, like power, or this kind of thing. That's a thing that people should understand. There is no, like, these guys are not the good guy. These guys are just people who are fuck with your brain hardly. Let's go for centralized exchanges.
And I definitely personally hope centralized exchanges burn in hell as much as possible.
And so, totally agree. This lets Tether to be equal to 1. Even if it should be, not totally agree. Like, I think the centralized exchanges, like, they will always be something, but regulated. Like, not doing shadow things, manipulate market, and so on. And this is like, I think the next step in crypto before ATF or before like big player coming is that the war will be able to regulate these things, because we are in a market which is mostly manipulated. It's not organic at all. One, because of arbitrage in the redemption, and centralized exchanges without any audit, without any authority who real look at their database, they can just do crazy stuff like 100x leverage and a lot of things that if you don't manipulate. Okay, 100x leverage. Let's talk about this for a moment. Do you know how leverage and this kind of financial system for application like this, which they don't have fractional reserve or these kind of things, it's totally, like in terms of game theory, it's totally like a not secure position. So it's a position where they can lose a lot of money with this level of leverage. And so it's like, if you think that they add this leverage and they don't manipulate the market, I think that you're totally crazy. And so that's why, like, so for now it's totally manipulated the market at this moment. Manipulate the market, I don't know if this is very, very
much bigger.
Shake Roberto. I remember I watched this video when he opened the channel. I was like just surfing on Twitter and I found him. It was a huge laugh. I mean, that guy take the point, like, totally. Max bidding. Better believe it. Such a great guy. I don't know. I don't know what he's doing now. I don't know if he's scammed somewhere or so on. But these videos, they were amazing. It's not just about this, because about Tether, there is a lot of papers that they didn't do AML. They falsified the documents to having bank accounts over and over. I want to ask you a question. This effect they put, like, do you think it's good or not? Because I was pretty much, I don't know. Where they help terrorists to do wash trading, but still, Tether is still here for now. I mean, a lot of people can reply about these things about terrorists and so on, that there is no like such proof that crypto, especially Tether, are used by terrorists. Yeah, there is also like this way of thinking, but I think that if this platform, if this company, they don't comply, they don't like in any way try to be clean, try to be, like comprehensive also to regulators, it's such because they don't want, not because for some reason they can't. It's just they don't want, as their business model, to comply. Don't ask me why, but that's what is happening, because it's 10 years for Tether, 5-6 years for Binance. And so, like, they don't want to comply. Because if they comply, they lose their competitive advantage to compliant companies. And so, what's the problem? That they should. People can say, yeah, but there is no clear proof. Yeah, but there is also clear proof of the contrary because they don't comply. Like if they are a compliant company, I can understand that you say, okay, if you don't have proof that there was deal with terrorism, you are a very, bad reporter or so on. But if they're shady and they don't comply, it's very naive to take the position of, oh, you should fine. Because if you're shady, if you don't comply, I'd think bad about you and you should demonstrate me that I'm wrong, not the contrary. That's for compliant company. That's for people who are clean and you are secure what's happening. So don't try to sell me this narrative. Oh. And fun fact is about the audit, because
Tether promised that their reserve holdings are published daily and are subject to frequent professional audits. Whoops, it's actually been half a decade and there hasn't been a single audit.
They tried, but...
Someone ready to do an audit, someone named Friedman LLP. But in 2018, Tether bailed in the middle of the audit, complaining that Friedman was being too, and I'm quoting here, excruciatingly detailed.
If a company is doing an audit and they bail out in this way, okay, if I'm the client, if I'm the guy who uses USDT or someone on Twitter who try to, support USDT, I need a lot of, explanation about this. I don't think that there is a lot of possibility that they do this for a good reason. It's pretty obvious. And after they said,
not only Tether, but every single stablecoin doesn't have a full audit.
It's false, and trust me, it's a false allegation. Trust me, this allegation about them, they remove every doubt. The same happened for Binance. I don't know if you remember, but there is a moment when there was this discussion about Binance funds, if they really have the funds after FTX, and CZ tweeted, "Oh, it's not just us; it's also Coinbase," which is, Coinbase, they are super scrutinized and they are super hyper, I want to say, compliant and audited because they are a public company listed in the Nasdaq. Okay, so it's obviously the CEO of Coinbase, he replied very quickly to this to say, "Man, what you're saying?" And so, for my opinion, when they act like this, it's not just a doubt. It's becoming very, very obvious. For example, other stablecoins which are regulated in the United States, they do audit every time with zero problems. But this audit, legal things, is just the tip of the iceberg about Tether. Look at this.
Once Tether prints more money in the market, Bitcoin goes up.
When Tether prints, Bitcoin pumps.
That when Tether starts printing, so when that increases, we see massive increases in Bitcoin.
I did this editing because I wanted to underline how it's a huge problem. There is huge studies, huge allegation about this. I don't want to take it less seriously about what it is. But online, it's a meme. Everyone strongly believe, because this is what happened, then every time they print Tether, Bitcoin pumps. So, okay, that there is university who talk about this. Okay, there is New York Times, also like lawmakers who talk about this. But it's so real. There is also a meme. That's why I put here these pieces of, you know, like traders, which I don't follow in YouTube. Even if I think even .tech is someone I know, but the other one I didn't know before. To highlight that it's also like a meme. Covered by Wall Street Journal, by several universities, Tether is used to pump Bitcoin. They basically, it's like the classic scene that everyone knows, but they print Tether, pump Bitcoin, let people. Here there is a problem, like doing the video, that I forgot to say a couple of things like out of thin air, which I think was important, and also buy for the FOMO and earning money from this.
Dump it.
Instead of earning money from this, I forgot to say buy dump it. So I put this meme. So without Tether, we really know the organic price of our favorite internet coins? That's the thing I told you before. Like, the interesting thing about the Tether situation is that if everything is real, which I strongly believe in it, that, you know, like, they pumped Bitcoin and so on, we don't know probably the organic price of our internet coins. Zero. We don't have any idea. Interesting situation, especially for, you know, like for bullish people at the moment. Soon we will know.
Everything burns.
Another important thing about Tether is that now it's becoming in the United States like a social security issue. Probably here I made a mistake because I think it was probably like national security than social security issue. And probably this meme was wrong because I think that like few people know Duke Nukem as a character, and because I wanted to put Duke Nukem into this, like saying, oh, now America arrived, national security issue, burn, muscles. But the problem is that I remember some scene because I played Duke Nukem. It was like when I was a child in Nintendo 64. Duke Nukem 64, like, it was an amazing game for the time. I mean, I enjoyed it a lot. And, you know, like when you say, come get some, like something like this, but I didn't find. But I wanted to, you know, having like a meme about, you know, the muscles and so on, like not Chad, but muscles, destroy things, shoot at aliens, yeah. And so I think that like Duke Nukem was perfect, and the only thing that was, you know, like Optimus to cut and to put here was this thing from, obviously it's not the Nintendo 64 version, but I hope that the message is spread by this meme. And you can wonder why. They're making USD a joke? That's a thing that nobody talk about. Like, that usually like, it's years that I saying this, like here and there, with friends or, you know, like other people in crypto. That's basically like, Tether. You're not compliant in the United States. You're not incorporated in the United States, which is banking. So they should follow this. In my opinion, what will happen, legally speaking, is that stablecoin issuers, they should be a bank at the end of the day. Like, it's the only way to regulate. It's pretty much easy, and to use like old regulation you already have. And so imagine like opening like, and so you should like provide some kind of, you know, like security stuff as a bank. And like, if someone like Tether, like if everyone, because if Tether will not fail into doing this, if they don't have, you know, like, if they don't have like if they don't stop them, okay, I wanted to say more, you know, like polite way, but I didn't find the right words. If they don't stop them, it will be massive how much people will create like different stable coins without complying, without provide audit, like in other countries, without any regulations, and they will make like the dollar like a joke, so everyone can print dollar, yeah, or something like this. Obviously, it's more difficult for other players because they don't have with this deal with centralized exchange that they maintain the price at 1, because the only access they have to dollar, but it's making the dollar a joke. So usually like I do this metaphor with friends, like imagine like I don't know, like other presidents of other countries, they look at the dollar, they look at Biden and say like, okay man, you know that there is like a company into another state which is like competing basically with the Fed to minting dollar without you providing any security about this, like any, you know, compliance stuff, audit and so on. So you understand that you're losing your monetary like control of the dollar or something, because this is what it is. A company who don't comply with the United States, incorporated outside from United States. They don't provide audit and they print dollars. And so if Tether succeed, this means that everyone in the world, without complying with the United States, without audit, they can create dollar promising they have real reserve or something. Anarchy! Exactly, anarchy. Anarchy! I don't even know what that means. Do you think that this future is likely? But still, a lot of people defending Tether, and they didn't get an audit. Well, I think that this cut was well made, like it was exactly as I intended. Interesting people in crypto. Don't trust Verify, but trust Tether.
It is also well known that Tether is a favored on and off ramp for illicit activities. They're based in the Seychelles, in the Caymans, in the British Virgin Islands. It's time they're brought to justice.
It's happening. What users should ask is, if you're doing a legit business, why you're not provide audit and why you're not just printing dollar in a compliant way?
Why? 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 Why?
Dollar is a United States product. It's not Bitcoin. A company who creates dollar, promising that they held dollar that people can redeem without follow any compliance, audit, and so on, is not so. Every time lawmakers, newspapers, and everyone say this is a fraud, that's an important message actually that I want to highlight. And they just reply you with this. Like, if you see a company, they don't take you seriously. It's also like in their B2C, so business to consumer, to community in a crypto case maybe. If their approach is to just say, oh, it's FUD, it's FUD. Like Tether. We have like New York State who publicly said that they are scamming, basically. And you can just go and watch this and read the papers. And you know, like a lot of documentations, like from, I think they are pretty credible, like, and they just say, oh, it's FUD, oh, they are attacking us, why they don't, and like people who, you know, like people who support Tether, they say, oh, but why they don't attack USDC? Because they are compliant. Because they are following the rule to do a stable coin as much as possible. And, you know, so they don't have problems with regulators. It's kind of like maths, 1 + 1 = 2. Yeah. Please, do your own research. Because it's not food. yeah, so that was pretty much my video about Tether. Actually, for me, I think that I was for sure was able to acting better during the video and cutting better like a couple of things, and I promise you the next video I will improve this. But I think that I catch it pretty much like, you know, the big highlight about what is happening to Tether. And I hope that this video is like enough for, you know, like not just like very deep people into crypto or into finance, but for the regular person to understand the situation and probably save them a bit from when they will have their Luna moment. Yeah. So that was my reaction to this video, and it pretty much told like a lot of the fun I had like in editing this and in, like thinking this. So now let's go to scrolling a bit like Twitter. So let's see what is happening. Oh, and if you have some, you know, like cringy videos or something that you want that that I will look. Yeah, I think like the most famous crypto merge was Unisocks, I think. How much value now Unisocks? Let me check if there is like, if there are on CoinMarketCap. They list Unisocks. I don't know. I never tried to oh yeah, they listed Unisocks. Oh my god. Oh fuck. I remember there was like 11,000. Now they are 36K. Oh my gosh, that's a lot. I mean, for sure, like bigger than Louis Vuitton socks, or you know, like Gucci, Armani, or Yves Saint Laurent socks or something. Yeah, great idea for them to do it. Like 36K. That's very good results. Let me see oh, they reach. Okay. Yeah, I forgot to watch it. I mean, like last time I was interesting about Unisocks, it was like in this period. Yeah, because I don't have Unisocks, so I don't following too much. Like, so they're right to 171 per sock. Oh no, okay. 302 socks. Oh no, yeah, per socks. But why fully diluted market cap is... Okay, 11 million. Okay. Yeah, so... Interesting. So I think that Unisocks, they are pretty much the greatest piece of crypto merge of all time. For now. For sure. So let's go forward. It has by far the best fundamentals for long-term value accrual out of any crypto asset. There is no second best ultrasound money. Good morning to all of the ETH bulls out there. So, Anthony Sassal is doing like an incredible good job, like actually in educating people about Ethereum and this technology and so on. And it's pretty fun. Like I love his posts because he's always positive. He's always bullish, like most of the time. So when you know you have some doubts and so on, and you want some, like some dopamine, like about positivity, Sassari is the best guy. And actually, like the Daily Way, it's a huge publication to follow everything around Ethereum, and especially like also for newcomers or people who are approaching this, like Anthony Sassano is like the best guy to follow for sure. Yeah, here there is Chico, because I already saw this on Instagram. There is Chico flexing Donald Trump's signature. I don't want to enter in politics. I'm in this moment, I'm not a huge fan of every politician in the United States, basically, and so I hate every of them in the same way, like because there is not enough discussion about the important things. I think, but it's pretty much like this thing is spreading like pretty much everywhere, not just in the United States. Crypto influencer are scammer, period. Like most of them, they pump coin. So I think it's pretty much like a bad idea. I want everything on Solana to be a level above from any other ecosystem. Don't launch a meme point, launch a network state, don't hurt UL. Okay, yeah, that's Solana guy, I think. Okay, Cathy Wood, that you already know that she's bullish about Bitcoin and these kind of things. Here is a hot take. DevConNet will have more impact on the world if it was hosted in Washington DC than Istanbul. Okay. Oh yeah, like about Tether, one account that you should follow, because he's like a lot of time he reported like everything that happens. It's Bitfinex. Except like I think that like without Chico Crypto, Bitfinex, Parrot Capital, and also like CoffeeZilla, it's very difficult to find the right contents, like to start to study about Tether and what was happened there. It's official. Jess Powell is the new Tether money mule. Tether only works with the best criminals. They're selective. So that's coming back home. Oh yeah, Bryan Johnson also, like, it's something I want to talk about, because I strongly believe that Bryan Johnson, the blueprint, it will be like very, very popular, like probably next year, 2024. Like this guy, it's amazing. Like he worked hard for 5 years to study, like within his body, like all of the possible technology to, like not just be healthy, but try as much as possible to reverse the aging. And I mean, he had incredible results. He is like it's also like interesting. Like I don't know if you ever read the blueprint, because I was reading this. It's kind of like there is one thing that it makes me thought a lot. Oh, he write a book. Don't die. I mean, he's very, like strong in his position. Don't die. Let me check the book. So basically, like, he figured out these things, and actually, he's not just healthy. He's like, in terms of health and body condition, he is losing ages, technically. That's like incredibly great. And I think that from him, a book titled "Don't Die," it's like perfect. It's the perfect name of a book from him. Probably I will read it. So the Blueprint Protocol, which is like his protocol he do to continue this research, like which involves also like vitamins and food and like a gym thing and so on. He do every day. I think there is a lot of it's very interesting. Like, and a lot of people like are starting like the Blueprint right now. It's pretty famous now, especially in San Francisco. And I think that like if like probably next year he will start to shipping these products, like this thing to help people to approach the Blueprint or this research to try to be more healthy and so on. It will be like very, very massive, because he, with experimenting in his body, he developed like he have his own, like when Elon Musk figured out that SpaceX like rocket, you can you can save a lot of money by make them just landing without just destroy like a piece of them. And I think that he had this moment for health in some ways, like he like studying a lot of ways, and also like biological technologies in terms of food and these kind of things on his body to actually like achieve these results. And I think that now he have like enough research or something to create like incredible product. And obviously like he pointed out this thing about reverse aging, which is obviously like is sexy for every people like over 35, 40 till 60, 70 and so on. And so it would be like very interesting thing to follow in general whenever you like health things or not. He's also created like its own philosophy, the theorism, which basically like is pretty easy to understand. Like in his philosophy, he say that we systematically we have this approach about killing ourselves every time. So we decided every time to do choices in our daily life. Oh, that's cringe, but we we do choices like in our life every time to how to destroy ourselves. And the theory is this idea to stop this circle, to break this, and to go forward, to try to don't having this self-destruction attitude, which we do in food, that we do with alcohol, smoking, and like a lot of things. It's pretty interesting to read actually. Okay, you can say it's good, or you can be contrarian to this, but I think it's a good read. And very, very interesting. I'm following very, very closely these things, because I strongly believe that it will be massive when they release products, when he will release this product, and when he will try to market itself into the health industry and try to growing some companies he already built on top of this research. Because health industry, it's like an industry where we don't have too much technology and science into this. Like, we have science, okay, but like there is a lot of different diets, it's probably with his research he is building like kind of like the Apple of health and wellness, I think, in some ways. Simple, working for everyone, and it can be like a simple product for everyone. So I think this very, very interesting to follow. Okay, so I think that for today, like we discussed like a couple of things, and I think that tomorrow we will go deep into the argument I say you before, and if you don't know what the arguments are, let's go back to the video and search it. Because I say like a lot of interesting things in this live, in this live streaming. And so see you tomorrow, same time.